in the movie, making the little kids laugh like I used to do. And I did do that. We used to play this game on the block that we used to, a game called Make Me Laugh. I don't know if people familiar with that game. You had to make. It was like maybe all the kids on the neighborhood block, maybe 10 of us. We would all sit on the step. One person would get up. You had to make everybody laugh. One person would try not to laugh and hold it in. And your job was try to get that one particular child that try to hold their laugh and to laugh. And once you got them to laugh, it was daytime to go up and make everybody laugh and do the same thing. We little games. We ain't have social media and all that, so we used to play games similar to that, and I incorporate that in the story. Um, my daughter, her real name I didn't put in there, but I did put her middle name. You know, in the story, I didn't, say her whole name, but I put her middle name is Carnisha. Uh, I put that in there. I incorporated that in there as her real name, her first name. What else I put in that joint that was fabricated? A lot of the me growing up with the life of crime wasn't real, not true at all. But I try to make it believable as possible. But I did hang around a lot of drug dealers. I did hang around a lot of people that was in that crime life and sticking up people and all that stuff. I was best friends with some of them dudes. They used to rob cars and all that stuff. So I ain't gonna sit up there and condone what they did. We all did, stuff when we was younger. But in a way, I kind of glad I grew up with them type of dudes because uh, I learned from them. I learned what to do and not to do. I learned from their habits. I never looked at when it came to friendship, even now, I don't condone bad behavior. I don't condone things that you shouldn't be doing, but I don't judge a person on what they do and who they are. Like if you're a thief, you're a thief. If you're a liar, you're a liar. If you are a bullshitter, you're a bullshitter. I just learned how to deal with you. You're a thief, I know not to invite you to my house. If you're a bullshitter or a liar, I know not to believe you. But I believe that we all shouldn't judge. We shouldn't be in that judging chair because it's only up to the ultimate creator in the universe to do that. So I just meet people where they are. And I became friends throughout my whole life with all different types of people, and I use that material in the film as well to shape this character. But the whole thing was being funny, making people laugh and telling jokes. And I did that, growing up, even to my own family, telling them jokes when I was younger. I did that and had people throughout the jobs I worked, even to now, saying that I should do stand up and I should, whatever, whatever. And I always joke around about I'm gonna wait till I'm older, like Red Fox age, and do comedy when I'm older and everything like that. It's not really the shyness. I got over that, so I can't say because I'm shy, whatever. I did get the experience of being on stage in front of people, so I do put that in the film, and I'm about to get into the crowd participation and all that as well, and how I use the soundtrack, the laugh track. So in the real life, I did experience being around people and performing in front of people, but the ironic thing is I never did comedy stand up before. I always did spoken word, it's poetry. And I did it for a while before the pandemic. And I performed in front of people. It was the most incredible thing in my life. It's like the serious side of me. I got like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde thing. I got like the serious side, the political, the spiritual, serious side of me. Then I got the humorous side. That's why I put that, that mask in the story with the laughter and drama part. 'Cause that's me to a T. And when I did the poetry on stage, my wife came to one event that I did. I think it was a rhyme I did because I did like two raps before, two rhymes that I wrote, and then I did a spoken word joint, and I did one called um the original Beauty Queen. My wife wasn't there for that. I wish she was because I got a standing ovation on that. I ain't gonna never forget. It was this event called Just Words. They used to give it down on Broad and Gerard, near Broad and Gerard back in the day. And it was a real good event. I enjoyed it. I don't know if they do it anywhere else. Right now, I'm at to look into that. But I went up there a couple times. I still went by the same name, but the Mad Lyrical Wolf, that I still go by right now. But I got up there and did that poem, man. I talk about how the black woman was the original queen since the beginning of time. Since she was admired since the beginning of time. How other races always trying to imitate her from the lips. Even now, this is relevant to now, and I wrote this years ago. How many other women try to imitate her with from the buttocks to the lips and to her body figure. You know, she was made fun of back in the day, but always admired, believe it or not, from other races of women, especially the Caucasian females. And now, it's just ironic, everybody want an ass. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want a butt down. Females had it naturally since the beginning of time. And that's what I'll talk about in this particular poem. And when I got done, I ended simply to make the long story short. And I just ended with like I said, from the beginning of time, blase blase, from the time I was born, from my mom up until the time I met my wife. I ended it like that. There's a lot of other words that went with it, but I just ended it with my mom giving me birth as being the woman that gave me birth, and then ended it with my wife as being the original beauty queens of my life. Of course, the females loved it, and that was the time that I got the experience of being in a crowd and getting the experience of being around people. Now, after the pandemic, I didn't do nothing on stage after that. It was recently this place called Soul Tree down on 36 and Market, I believe, in that area. They give every last Sunday of the month, they do spoken word, and I'm gonna start performing for them real soon. So gonna be see some videos up of me performing at that place. And I suggest everybody to go there. It's a nice spiritual event, beautiful event, and it's free. You don't have to pay nothing. I guess you go up there, get in touch with the people that own it. It's done inside of a black owned brewery place called Two Locals, owned by two brothers who put this place together. They had their own craft beers and everything that they make, and also sell it there. They have live performances, spoken word and comedy, whatever you do to entertain the people. That's what I'll be doing real soon. But comedy I never did. And I think it's time for me to go up there and share that gift with the world and that side of me. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Now, when you watch this film, I don't have a stage. I don't be on stage per se, so I tweak it, and I got little filters and stuff like that I throw in there to make it seem like I was at a bar and I was at the club. I was in front of, this place called the Comedy Den. Other things I did to be imaginative, and a place I call the Carol Lounge. I'm gonna talk about in a few minutes. So I wanted the film to seem like two things. If you watch it, you can watch it on any type of imaginative way you want to watch it. But I wanted to give it that like you're watching a something coming from this dude's imagination. Is he like not really a comic? Is he just a regular person who works a 9 to 5, and he just wanting to be a comedian because he's just funny? So he's just having these daydreams and just all this stuff is in his mind, which is in reality it is because none of this stuff is true. But is this person just thinking this stuff up? And also, I want to give you a feel of watching a sitcom. You know what I'm saying? And so that sitcom idea I threw with the laugh tracks. So what I did, I tweaked it, and I used material of the concept of when the quarantine happened. I wanted to do stand up because everybody kept telling me and all that I should. So I was like, you know what? Pandemic came up. I was like, I could do stand up, quarantine style. So I fixed my man cave up and everything like that. Made a little area for myself. Made a little, like a bar setting for myself and for my wife. And got my little table down there, and I put